Welcome to the Partyology Experience with your host, Marcus Prentice. Hey party people, Marcus here, and I'm here again today with 𝚂𝙾𝙲𝙸𝙰, the grooviest, funkiest party animal of Melbourne.
Yeah, that's me.
General Manager of Feel Good Events. How's life going, Emma?
Oh, it's wonderful.
It's wonderful, that's good.
Yep, it's good.
What's been happening in your life? Anything exciting?
Just planning weddings and parties and all the fun stuff, you know. Organising
awesome.
warehouses and yay.
Yep. All during Corona.
Yoo-hoo!
Great, good stuff. All right, in today's podcast, we're going to talk about style and choosing a style or a theme, depending on which way you want to go. This is something we know a fair bit about, being event and party decorators and wedding decorators.
Lots.
So we could talk about it for days and days and days, but we won't bore you with all that
Too
sort of
much,
stuff.
yeah. We can go on.
So we're going to talk about the benefits of choosing a particular theme or style. One of the key benefits of choosing a theme, and it doesn't necessarily have to be a particular theme, it could just be a certain look or a certain colour scheme, is it's going to make your planning a whole lot easier from the very beginning. So if you can come up with this pretty soon, like in the planning, even potentially before you even choose your venue, it may even help with venue choice and that sort of thing.
If it help with venue choice, it's amazing. You
so
need to know that.
Even if you know you're going to have your party at home, obviously that might be in your head from the very beginning. Knowing then what sort of style or theme you want to do, and it doesn't matter what sort of event, even weddings have a certain style or themes. In Emma's case, getting married next year, you've got a theme or a tropical style, I guess, for that. So yeah, even weddings now have styles, and it just makes life a whole lot easier. So if you know your wedding's going to be, in Emma's case, tropical, everything that you think of is going to be tropical.
It makes it easy.
You know, some people don't want a theme. They might just want pink or blue, or it might be a first birthday and it's a boy's first birthday and they want everything blue, or a girl's first birthday and they want everything pink. So
or a cocktail.
It just makes life a lot easier. Choosing a particular theme, so maybe a Hollywood or Winter Wonderland or Arabian or those types of themes also will really help in your planning, because it gives you an end goal of what do I want to achieve.
They're a lot easier to plan with those.
That's right. And as we say, sometimes if you haven't picked a venue yet, but you know you want to do a beach party, say, choosing a venue maybe down that looks over the beach might be obviously an obvious choice. Whereas if you didn't know that, you might choose one out in the bush and go, well, it doesn't really matter. But it depends on how much of the theme you want to get into. So,
I guess if you select the venue first and not the theme, you might go pick a ballroom, let's say, and then you're like, I want to do rustic. I want to do rustic, and you're like, how am I going to do rustic at this thing? And then you have to change your whole thought process to do a whole other theme because you haven't picked the right venue. So pick the theme first. I think that's the key element of this.
And that could end up costing you extra money, because you need to spend more on decor as well.
Yes, 100%.
So yeah, a lot of people quite often, they have chosen their venue and then realise there's twice as much work to decorate it.
Yes, so more money. It might be cheaper the venue, but it costs you more to decorate it.
That's right. And there's amazing how many people hire venues and actually don't like the look of it because they've got in mind they're going to change it all anyway.
Change the whole thing anyway.
And you're like, well, maybe you could have chosen a cheaper venue for that reason. So what are some of the benefits, Emma, you think of choosing a particular theme or style?
Well, as we've just touched on, it does make the planning process a lot easier. It sort of flows, so you can select all the decor for the room, entertainment. You just look at entertainment and find what's going to suit that theme.
True.
So if you're having a 1920s theme, a jazz band at the start, so for more relaxing sort of music, and then maybe some dancers that are 1920s later on. So much easier for everyone to go across the board. If you've got multiple people organising a function, let's say it's a corporate, everyone's quite across it with the theme.
That's right.
If you haven't got a theme or a style, you're sort of all over the place. It's sort of like there's no sort of like direction. So having a theme is really good, I think, in regards to making sure that the whole processes are quite easy for you.
That's right. And if you're going the full-on theme, you can then get people to dress up, which just adds to the theme even more. And you may think, but people don't want to dress up. I know when we've organised functions, we quite often do a theme because that's what we do. And we do say to people, we'd like you to dress up, but we also make it optional as well, because we don't want people not to show up.
Just because they're not dressing up.
Just because they didn't want to dress up. But we find, 99% of people will dress up, and a lot of those will go all out. And the good thing about certain themes, whether it be Hollywood or say it's a beach party or something like that, it's people's interpretation. So
I know, it's so funny watching them all arrive.
That's right. So when we did a 60s theme party, everybody dressed up very different. Some went crazy and went all out, and others were a lot more subtle.
Yep.
But it really makes a difference. So just seeing everybody dressed up, even before you've done any decor or anything else, can actually add energy and fun to the room.
It does. I think people come, they don't even look like themselves, so they don't even care what they look like. They're more relaxed as they walk in, being something else or someone else than they are when they walk in themselves.
That's right. They lose their inhibitions and they're already in a different party mood, aren't they?
They're already putting themselves out by coming in an actual dress up anyway, so they're already relaxed.
Yeah, and it's amazing how the clothes and shoes you wear can affect how the party can go. Oh. And a lot of people wouldn't think about that, but I've seen it happen so many times, especially with theme parties. Yeah, it really does make a big difference and add to the party energy and the party fun. So
it's so much fun.
Something really important to think about. Key thing of styling a venue or decor is it stimulates your guests' five senses. Now, we've talked about this before, but the way the room looks when people walk in can have a big impact on the function and the guest experience, which is what the most important thing is here. So if the room is fully decked out so that it's fully transformed and is a full beach party or a full Hollywood theme or a Winter Wonderland theme, whatever it is, it really makes a difference to how people feel when they walk into that space. Yep. If you have the budget for it, the more you can do, the better. I don't think you can overdo it when it comes to themes. And obviously budget will determine how much of that you can go, how far you go down that road. But sometimes, and I've seen a lot lately, especially on Instagram, there's more of a photo backdrop or a display, and people spend all this money on that. But it's only a display. It's not it doesn't really stimulate the guest senses. They walk in and go, oh, that looks nice.
Looks pretty, but...
But it's not really an immersive theme that makes people feel a certain way because the whole room is transformed. Yeah. So decorating your space, to as much as you can. And sometimes it's about, being creative and having imagination. It's not about spending more and more money. Yeah. If you've got lots of money, you might be able to spend, lots on props and that sort of thing. But even things like balloons, garlands and all those sorts of things are super popular at the moment.
Oh, huge.
They will add atmosphere to the space. But again, it's only a certain part of the atmosphere that they're going to add to. So visually they're going to improve that, but you've still got to think about those other five senses to be stimulated as well. So that it creates a great experience, not just visual, looks great to see it, but doesn't sort of do much else. So, so, decorating your space in a certain theme is definitely the way to go.
Yeah, well, for example, your 40th birthday, having that jungle theme, we had all the reptiles there, so we had like little crocodiles and frogs and just everyone just watching them during the night, go over to them and to touch them and take photos with them and interact with them. They were just, it was just, everyone was so blown away by walking into there, having all that there as well as how awesome it looked at the same time. Yeah. It does really add to that atmosphere. It's just another touch point for people to be like, that's what people remember.
That's right.
He had crocodiles at his birthday party. Like, who does that? Marcus Prentice does.
And then, just to be different, we had Michael Jackson impersonator as well, which I thought, it didn't really go with the jungle party, but it was...
We had dances and, that party went off. Like, it was a really good space and size of space. And, just all those touch points made such a huge difference. Having candles, we had food, and all the food was quite stimulating with all lots of, candy jars and things people could touch. So it does make a huge difference.
You'd hope I'd be able to throw a half decent party.
Well, you don't know for how many years.
Yeah, a few years.
But it's a good one to remember. They're good touch points for those five senses.
So that then sort of leads into another thing that we quite often talk about, and that's novelty, having something that's different or unique. And people love novelty. I don't know if you've noticed in society in recent years, but $2 shops and cheap shops are kicking goals because there's lots of little things you never know what you're going to find in there, and maybe because it's cheap as well. Yeah. But it's like a kid in a candy store. You go into those shops, and even Bunnings is got novelty to a large degree.
Yeah, everyone loves Bunnings.
That's right. Like, you go in there and it's like, what am I going to find today? You go in there to buy one thing and buy 10 different other things because exciting. So it's the same with parties. Like, you want to create something that people aren't expecting. So maybe crocodiles or dancing girls or
whatever it is.
Yeah, something that's different
Dance
and unique.
And
That people may not have seen all the time. Might be something as simple as a light up dance floor. Now, not a lot of people see those every function or party, so it's something fun and something a bit different as well. If you've just got the same old stuff that everybody else has, then it's going to be an average party like everybody else's. And as we've said before, if you're going to go to the effort of organising a party with all the stress and time and money and everything else, if you put a bit of time into the thinking of what can I do to make it a bit different.
Yeah.
It might be just you're doing a 1920s theme and you've got an old movie playing in the background, and it can be something
It's not
really
even that expensive. It's just little things that make a difference. Like, you might find, okay, if people don't dress up, you just have at the door, pearls, like strings of pearls that people can put on so they feel like part of the atmosphere if they're not dressed up.
Yep.
Or just little things like that. If you're having a fluoro theme, get those really cool sunnies you can get that are bright fluoro, and people can wear them while they're dancing. And there's so many things you can do that are fun, and just it's another element to add.
Yeah, that's right. So novelty is a big thing, and something that we try and encourage as much as possible. Because it will make your party unique, and it will give a great party story to tell. I went to this party on the weekend and they had crocodiles, or I got bitten by a snake, or not that you really want that, but
no, I don't think they're being bitten, but
yeah, that's right. And so a novelty, big thing. So lots to think about when it comes to style and theming. But if you think about these things earlier in your planning, then it's definitely going to help.
With everything,
make things a bit easier.
Yeah, everything.
Think about your guest experience. What's going to help improve that and make it better. And choosing a style or a theme, as we say, even if it's just a colour scheme, will make your life a lot easier.
Yep, that's an easy one. I think that's really quite a popular one for 21st and that sort of thing at the moment. They'll have a pink theme, or they'll have, I love Tiffany blue, or something like that.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people are doing the colours because they don't want to do a Hollywood theme or a winter wonderland. They're not, that's sort of not what they're thinking at that age.
Right.
They want just, I love pink, or I love red, or I love green, or whatever it is.
And it's easy to make it, it's quite simple to use lighting and stuff like that to create that sort of atmosphere and look.
Yeah, because everyone will come, let's say they said, let's everyone come dressed up green, and then the person's birthday they then wear bright red or something. That's right. Becoming quite a popular sort of thing as well. So
yes,
it's still a style, and it's still a theme for you to work towards, but it's nothing too over the top.
That's right. And the way, even if it is just a colour scheme, so pink or blue, it changes the way people feel. So the colour of the space makes people feel a certain way.
Yeah.
So if it's blue, they'll feel blue. No, not necessarily.
Red, they'll feel very happy.
Yeah. Horny, maybe. Oh, no.
I hope not. Marcus.
So, look, the colours do enhance how people feel when they walk into the room. Maybe even being able to change those colours can make a big difference as well. So hopefully, guys, that will give you some ideas on choosing a style and theme. We thanks for listening, and we hope you tune in again soon. Thanks for listening to the Partyology Experience with your host, Marcus Prentice. Don't forget to subscribe or check out our website for more party tips and expert advice at feelgoodevents.com.au.